saying this didn't go well today. That is indeed the best way to look at a series like that. Just forget about it.
Just on time for the attack to actually start. But in this case, Neeb got a whole lot more ready for the initial Stalker attack than in the previous game. Now let's see if he passes the Oracle test, because PiLiPiLi waited for a second one. And Mothership had to be in the natural for the overcharges. Neeb already kind of started getting ready here with this. Let's see where they go. They might go into the natural knowing that in the main there is enough. But look, Neeb's ready. He had an observer there, so he saw the Oracle fly by. And this time around, the defense has been perfectly on point. I guess a couple of depths here did get a few probes, but honestly, like, this really hasn't done much. And now, Neeb will have he will have Blink against PiLiPiLi on no tech again.
Yeah, Pili is like, that went really well the first time, let's do it again. But obviously Neeb was caught by surprise a tiny bit on Sequencer. When he lost the Mothership Core, was just a little bit out of position. This time it's going to be a lot harder, but I still think it's a little bit tricky to leave your base. Like, he doesn't have pylons, for instance, in the back of his natural.
I think like 4 Stalkers there. Oh, actually, no, 4 Stalkers in the natural, and then these pylons in the main would allow him to move out, but...
It still feels weird, right? Like, to leave your base when you leave 4 units behind.
He hadn't seen much yet, so it's hard to tell for him whether he should go or not. This was spotted, by the way. Look at intercept. Get in position! Phew! And no scout for you.
It's funny that we've made it to the level in StarCraft 2 where denying like a hallucinated unit is actually a play that we see very often, and it's just kind of considered to be normal. Don't give your opponent any information he or she does not deserve to have. And PiLi is doing a good job in that. You know, even though the aggression obviously didn't go as good as Sequencer, I still think this is a game. Because I just don't think, oh, PiLi blinks forward, does he get an Oracle? It gets close. I just think it's kind of hard for PiLi to be very aggressive, so or excuse me, for Neeb. So the best thing that Neeb can do is just take the advantage that he have and go into, you know, maybe disrupt us a little faster, second robo, and go up to 3 bases, which is what he's doing. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, Neeb buys some time here, preventing that Nexus from going down, and even getting out with the blink. That sneaky guy.
That's a naughty little boy. He knows he did something he wasn't allowed to do. Deep behind enemy lines, picking up a worker. Get the hell out of there. Of course, Neeb is going to have the upgrade advantage. +2 on the way. Does PiLi even have a 4?
That's the most spotted and busted stasis ward I've ever seen. Just triggers both. He's like, all right, good try. See you later. I think Neeb saw that there was a probe there earlier, so I'm a little bit surprised he hasn't looked for like pylon or something up there, because there is still a probe hidden that could play a role later. But yeah, Disruptor tech here already on the way. Man, I've been wanting to see these North American Protosses play some Disruptor against Disruptor, because I think they're really good at it. And now finally we get my final wish, if you will. Everything else that I wish for has come true.
Yeah. Well, I think most of my wishes came true today as well, Todd. We've seen some crazy games. Can't wait for tomorrow to get the conclusion of WCS Challenger. Hopefully you guys at home enjoyed it as well. I don't think anybody has ever squeezed in as many games as we did today. It just feels like,
oh, Cass for his warm-up.
Yeah, okay. But like, I feel like we're setting records here, because we had a couple short games as well, and we just hopped all of them. So there's one big problem for PiLi this game, and that is that he doesn't have a Forge. Now, there is one unit that can obviously turn that disadvantage around, and that's the unit that's currently being prisoned, or being carried by the Prism, which obviously is the Disruptor.
+2 is a big deal. Yeah. Like, unless Neeb really messes up, he doesn't feel like he should be in that much trouble there. That guy, by the way, is still the same guy. He's being hunted all over.
Hey, I thought that was a Disruptor, but it's... okay, there's the Disruptor from PiLi. He was trailing behind.
The Stalker's doing parkour over there on this map, like jumping behind mineral lines and escaping, doing flips. Where it's really useless.
There's a Disruptor there as well, I think, on the right side. I mean, Neeb is normally so good, right? It's so hard to catch Neeb off guard when it comes to Disruptor wars. I don't know, PiLi is looking for an opening desperately, but with +2 finishing up, like you said, a very, very big deal.
I think PiLi can use the lack of vision maybe to just like move up there, take this position, and then push in there. But there is also Disruptors from Neeb.
Neeb
pay attention.
Does shoot. Pushes the army back, and now he finds that pylon as well. He should have killed the Stalkers first. No, that actually disrupted the shot a little bit forward. Pretty ballsy blink there by PiLi.
He's going for it. He's going to get a big detonation onto those Immortals. The Guardian Shield playing a big role. He needs to get rid of the Sentry. But was prioritizing these Immortals. The 2 Immortals from PiLi as well are going to be taken out pretty quickly. And Neeb will take a huge supply lead.
Yeah, did you see that Disruptor coming in from the south side, connecting with the Disruptor of PiLi and also the 2 Immortals as well. And these Stalkers with +2 are just having a field day. Oh, risky forward blink, decent split there, only losing 1 Stalker in the end. The Warpers must be careful, there's an Observer as well.
Okay, it's done.
Neeb is going to blink into the high ground, and I think that could very well be it. GG, Neeb evens up the series. He's not done yet, Todd. And that's great news for us as well. It means we get another game.
Yeah. Game 3, final map between these two. And actually in the lower part of the lower brackets, Bells did take out Silky 2-1. So tomorrow we'll have Jon Snow against Bells for a qualifying spot to go in Valencia.
That is really funny.
And the winner of PiLi Neeb against True.
You know, in the early stages of 2016, Nate and I casted a collegiate tournament where, you know, universities could sign up. And then basically it was an Archon mode tournament. And the final was being played at DreamHack Austin last year. And it was the University of, I don't know, like Rings? Somewhere up in New York where Jon Snow went against Kansas City, which is where Bills went. So they were in the final together. And obviously they were both carrying. Like it was an Archon mode tournament, but they were both way better than their partner. Yeah. So it was basically like casting a Bills versus Jon Snow match. And now that's going to be a rematch tomorrow.
You want to join and do the observing?
Yeah. If you have faith in me.
Put me out of my misery. I disabled the scrolling actually with the mouse because I got fed up of going to the corner of the screen and doing these jumps. It's funny because now it feels like it's taking me some time to adjust. Like sometimes I go close and I'm like, it's not moving.
I didn't notice anything, Todd. To me, you're a natural.
Well, hopefully, you know, it's not necessarily a compliment because before it was pretty bad, my observing. So
no.
I would have hoped people notice an improvement, but
I mean, like I didn't notice anything that I had to complain about.
Okay, that's good.
It was steady as a rock. Alrighty, we're gonna get ready for our last game of the day, and that's not because our passion tank is empty. It's not actually. We're having a great time. Hopefully you guys as well. But the tournament ends today. Obviously we continue tomorrow, same time, 2 AM, basically Sunday morning for the Europeans. 5 PM Pacific time, 8 PM Eastern is when we'll probably start with the winner bracket final. Or do we start earlier tomorrow? Is that the day?
No. We start at the same time, but we show the 2 qualifying matches in the lower bracket. Usually we wouldn't show the winners bracket finals, but now I will be hopping in and covering that. And then we'll show the matches one by one. So losers finals, or like the 2 losers finals technically, and then the grand finals with the 1-0 map lead for the
obviously the 2 lower bracket matches tomorrow are, you know, our biggest focus because that makes a difference or not between getting that all expenses paid trip to sunny Valencia, as Todd refers to it. And I'm pumped to go to Valencia as well. Let's hop into Neeb versus PiLi for our last game of the day. We're obviously loading into Abyssal Reef. It wouldn't be a WCS tournament without Abyssal right now. We're in the right bottom side, looking at the main base of our American Protoss. It is Neeb. Well, they're both American. PiLi is, you know, PiLi is also repping the Kazakhstani roots every now and then.
You say Kazakhstani for like a
I think so. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. But you know, he has a passport from Kazakhstan, but I think he has a US passport by now as well. Spawning, of course, on the left top side. It is a East Coast West Coast battle, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Diego versus New York, baby.
That's as East Coast West Coast as it gets. Yeah. It's funny that we don't have these rivalries at all in StarCraft. It's just like everybody's friends. Well, I guess especially the ones from the same region because they happen to travel together. From actually, when I left Austin, I think I flew to Washington, and I was with both Neeb and Jon Snow. So I was like, okay, well, I guess they come from the similar places.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense because Jon Snow was from a university back then in New York, so that makes a lot of sense.
All right, where's that proxy Stargate, PiLi?
He's being cheeky. PiLi is he's kind of rolling the dice here.
I really like this, to be fair, because honestly, I've played against Neeb in the past, back when I was a pro and active. In a normal game, this guy it just feels unbeatable. He's so hard to beat. He makes it look so easy, everything. Like he makes you hopeless, basically, eventually. And he's a proxy robo in this case. And I think he's hoping that Neeb will do the same opener, hoping that it's going to be the same opener from PiLi, which was PiLi was going 2 gateways pressure Stalkers into Oracles, against which Neeb just made only Stalkers and only 1 pylon on the natural. That's the very important part. Only 1 pylon on the natural. If there is that 1 pylon that's also forward, how do you snipe that quicker? Immortals. Or Immortal, even with just 1, he might be able to go.
These builds are so hard to defend against if you don't scout it. Neeb hasn't scouted yet.
Which is so rare, by the way.
But he is sending out a probe right now. If this probe runs into the Stalker here, it will probably think that everything is normal, and that is the worst thing that could happen to Neeb.
Yeah.
Neeb's probe is about to run into the Stalker of PiLi. Imagine if the Stalker would push it into the direction of the Robo.
It might ring a bell, though. Because people that get Stalkers like this, they don't necessarily patrol down their ramp. Like if you look at Neeb, he's doing the more normal. He's staying up the ramp, right? I mean, obviously, he opened different. He has a sentry, but not everybody goes down the ramp like this. Now, it might be able to be a tell that PiLiPiLi is hiding something.
Wait, PiLi is actually going straight Prism, Todd.
Maybe elevate everything.
Yeah.
Like just get a big warp in and make sure he fights outside of the overcharged capability. In that case, with 3 gateways, he can overpower the Stalker count, unpower the Robo, ideally, of Neeb.
Oh man, this is crazy.
This is sick meta. Like he's hoping that Neeb went for Twilight plus Expand plus Blink and basically spent a lot of money on stuff that won't help him against a much higher number of Stalkers.
There you have your Twilight, Todd. You were spot on. So this is actually a single pylon as well that's powering everything. Does this Robo
He's not even going to see it in the corner.
Does this Robo grant vision? It's going to see it right now, but that's a lot of Stalkers. Neeb knows he has to pull everything.
He needs to snipe the Prism, like right now.
He needs to repower the gate. If he doesn't repower this gate, I think he's going to be in a lot of trouble. If I'm PiLi, I'll probably even get a couple of Zealots here, maybe?
Oh, the Prism panicked. He's pulling it back, picking up some of these Stalkers, dodging some of these shots. So many probes are going to die. Across the map, Neeb with some sort of counter-attack. I see something.
Yeah. He's lost 15 workers already. Now PiLi's going to warp in a couple of extra Stalkers. Only a single pylon here. The Mothership Core is going to fall. Can Neeb clean this up? Well, the Guardian Shield's going to help quite a bit.
Yeah, somehow Sentry is relevant with the Guardian Shield here eventually.
Wow.
So many probes have died, but PiLi is still only on one base. And by the way, there was no unit counter-attacking. It was a hallucinated Phoenix.
Ah, okay.
Had me really worried for a second. I was like, what is this, Adepts?
So now Neeb is getting... That's a sick hold, by the way, Todd.
Yeah.
Like...
Because
I want to do the contribution
really
thing. Name me one Protoss that wouldn't have died there. Well, besides
Stats,
you know, a couple, but still. It's a really impressive hold. That's amazing. But obviously, PiLi ain't done yet.
Yeah, PiLi having a superior economy, I think he might just try and get a bunch of units out and go on the lower ground, kill the Nexus, and then do a lockdown, maybe. I don't know. Because the Twilight Council was cancelled. So tech-wise, like Neeb, he's not even in a great place or anything, but he does have the Robo, which allowed him to make 1 Immortal, and then he can go into a Prism if he wants to.
Fighting straight up is going to be really hard for PiLi, though.
There is no sentry? Yeah, he was thinking about it for a second there. He should have remade Mothership Core, actually.
I think if I'm PiLi and I get both, I mean, he still doesn't have a Nexus, so maybe he needs to do more.
PiLi's waiting to warp in the sentry, but... Oh, no, he gets the 3 Stalkers.
Yeah. Oh, he lost his Stalker there? Might be able to do some work with the Micro as well.
This Prism Micro. It's almost like they have Blink.
Yeah, but I still feel that every time an Immortal shoots, like soon it's going to be 2 Immortals. Now there is a Sentry as well. There's no way PiLi can fight against this force field. Lands. Did he get a Stalker there or did PiLi pick it up?
He picked up last second.
PiLi is getting his own Immortal now.
Yeah, he could just keep going with this. Warp in more units. Go for a round of Adepts. Shade them past all of this. And then if there is no complete wall... Well, he's going to do the thing in the main, or?
He's even going to pull the Warp Prism. I love it. Ah, one Stalker there, very exposed.
Yeah, that's actually super smart. He needs to spot this army positioning. He missed it, though, did he?
Oh, imagine if the Warp Prism goes into the main.
He's trying to trap some Immortals.
He's faking it a little bit. Oh, Neeb goes up the ramp. If Neeb goes up the ramp, that means he's sacrificing the Nexus.
Yeah. And these probes are going to die in the Nexus as well. And then it's going to be a lockdown of the back of this. And I guess... Wait, they just go Disruptor drop behind this?
I have no idea, Todd. I refuse to make any prediction. There is a Warp Prism from Neeb.
Well, what's he missing? 1 Immortal?
And
1 Adept. He wants to go for probes, I guess, but he's going to find the proxy?
Yeah, he could unpower that. That's pretty big. But I mean, an Adept is going to take 7 years. He could have picked up this Stalker as well. Neeb hasn't scouted in a while.
Disruptor drop, I think, from both of them in the plants. That is so crazy.
Nope. The very first time that PiLi tried to expand.
Oh my god, that was the sickest deny.
God, what a game. What a conclusion of today's games. Overcharge being used, pushing this Prism away.
The Guardian, the Gatekeeper. If you want to expand, you're going to have to go through me.
2-1. I mean, Neeb has 1 Immortal more, and he will continue having 1 Immortal more. But the big problem that Neeb has is that he can't leave his main unless he elevates everything.
Yeah, well, with the disruptors, these things might change. Just drop that on the low ground, blow up everything.
But it's still going to give PiLi quite a faster Nexus, right? The Nexus has now been warped in.
I really wonder what the argument is for going for a disruptor drop and a gravitic drive as opposed to Blink. I think Blink would allow you to expand later. I think you get quicker to disruptor drop, even without Warp Prism speed. That is going to be useful in this case for Neeb and Breakout. But PiLiPiLi, I think if he had gone for Blink, he might have been in a really good position.
PiLi sends the shades in, and PiLi's actually going to give up the contain. He feels that he's going to let this. No, never.
Yeah, I think he realizes that the disruptor is close to finish. Actually, he fakes it. Comes back.
Oh, he could drop before spill.
Oh!
Gets Stalker too. There is a disruptor though, so PiLi has to be very careful. Oh, look at Neeb is distracting him, I think, a little bit. But now PiLi is going to give this up.
Yeah, Neeb is going to get the robo, actually, of PiLi. That was making the disruptor? Did he remake one?
Nope.
Oh, that one came out. That's huge. No! Oh, my God! No. Oh! And he gets it.
He's going to lose at least one Immortal in the process, though. Pylon is going to repower this.
Wow, and he saves it.
Yeah, that's the Speed Prism now. You gotta be careful, Neeb. Neeb has the tendency to stick around a little too long with his Warp Prisms. He's actually gonna try to still pick this one up. Dogs coming in from the south side. They will not get the kill.
Dear Lord.
So sick. Neeb with the plays. 12 HP Prism. But obviously PiLi still has his Prism as well. And his Warp Prism speed. No, he doesn't have Warp Prism speed. PiLi never went for Prism speed, by the way, Johan.
Yeah. Bit surprising, actually. Not sure why. I think he just wanted to be more aggressive and like have a little bit of extra gas and minerals. They're going around one another.
Oh my God, Neeb is just bringing in the Immortal while this Warp Prism is like no HP at all.
Oh, that pylon, by the way, by PiLi is great on the natural, knowing that there could be another Immortal drop there. He made one and overcharged away. Oh my God!
This is about to get really awkward as PiLi is just running into the natural, but there is a disruptor here that's gonna connect with nothing. Good pickup there on the Prism. He could force field these units out maybe, but the disruptor shot is still going to connect with both sentries.
Yeah, but now the disruptor is gonna be exposed.
Oh, that's the shot of PiLi. Could connect with a lot. Gets the sentry, gets the one disruptor.
And the Prism is reinforcing straight into the fight. PiLi, this might be his ticket to Spain. Valencia, if he's able to make this attack work, he's already sniped 5 probes and looking to try and deal with this army here.
There's still units from Neeb coming in from every angle.
The disruptor that's behind.
There's another disruptor here on the south. Look at this dot. He's in the middle of a triangle of 3 disruptors, the triangle of death. Look at this one shot by PiLi, getting a lot of these stalkers of Neeb. This game is madness. I have no idea what I'm watching, but I think that Neeb is holding once again. I have no idea how this young man does it.
And the Warp Prism gets out. And
unreal.
Neeb is like, all right, enough is enough. We've had our fun. Stargate now starting. He wants to make sure he can shut down this Prism.
Actually, kind of an odd moment for a Stargate, I feel. I guess he wants to lift disruptors with Phoenixes and he can shut down the Prism.
Just go into pure air?
Yeah, later maybe. Definitely. Oh my God! Neeb just had the lead, Todd, but now I feel like suddenly I like PiLi's position again. What on earth are we watching?
What to me is crazy is that PiLi didn't even remake a robo at home. He was like, nah, I'll just repower that one every time. You're never going to kill it. You're not good enough to kill it. You might be Neeb, but I'm PiLi.
So PiLi is getting 2 extra gates while Neeb is getting a Stargate. And Phoenixes. So he's going to use Phoenixes obviously to lift the disruptors, and it's also very useful.
It feels like an overreaction. People used to do that when they just got like super fed up with this. Oh my God.
Really didn't lose much.
And there's nothing to deny this up until the point that Phoenix finally enters the field, which is going to be right about now. If PiLi is close enough to like the left-hand side here of that location, he might be able to evacuate with the disruptor. All alike, we got the same thing across the map. And PiLi is not getting a Stargate, so he's not going to be able to shut that down.
PiLi has to be careful, by the way.
Why is there stalkers in this? Somehow.
Protection. Secret Service, thought.
And they get the defense. Yeah. He would have been able to chase without that.
So for the people who have just joined us and wonder why this game is so important, obviously this is the lower bracket. If you lose here, there is no shot at making top 4 anymore. The winner will move on to tomorrow, and then you're 1 series away from guaranteeing yourself top 4 in this qualifiers. We had another disruptor drop that connected with 5 more workers. And PiLi thought, PiLi may have had enough. He's going to run up this ramp and shoot both disruptors at once.
Remember, the winner will have to go through True, which I think is a doable matchup for either of these players.
Hey, PiLi only has one Disruptor, though. Yeah, I think both of these Protosses are the favorite. I think PiLi won the last time. This Disruptor again, this time only getting 2 workers. Wouldn't you love to see this Disruptor at home, or am I crazy?
Yeah. Actually, because Neeb, like, if I look at his army, he doesn't have any overcharge. Oh my god.
Oh my god, the pylon's taking a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, that was a very early Purification Nova here onto these pylons. If he had known, could have taken his time.
Where are these Phoenixes that Neeb has been trying to go for? I really don't think this target play is working out. This army of PiLi is pretty big. One more time, the probes are being pulled.
And the disruptors of PiLi are reloading right now. They're going to have another Purification Nova in a second. Here comes the saving grace here. Maybe that disruptor from behind, from Neeb, can land a huge detonation.
PiLi has seen it though. PiLi should be aware of it. That's not. Oh my god, PiLi picks up the 2 Zealots as well. The Disruptor didn't kill anything. But this seems like a decent fight with the Immortal at least shooting away. Warp Prism is taking a lot of damage. Warp Prism is going to fall. What a game. This is one of the closest games I've seen. A new Immortal. I think Neeb might hold again, Todd. But, I mean, the Zealots are actually creating massive problems. Can he keep that Immortal alive? Actually, if he loses both Immortals, then it becomes incredibly problematic.
But 22 probes have died here. Neeb might hold on, but he needs to do something crazy. A counter-attack and all in.
Well, if he
I think he's going to go for it. The main's mined out, and he hasn't even transferred the probes yet. Now, finally, does it.
He's going to leapfrog these Stalkers. PiLi is going to send a couple of extra units. This is so sick. What a hold again by Neeb.
Phoenixes pick up one of the Stalkers. PiLiPiLi very low on units. 8 army supply to 18, but he has quadruple photon overcharge available at home with 3 pylons in position to defend if he needs to.
Yeah, he's got a lot of overcharge. That's for damn sure. Neeb is going to transfer his workers. So Neeb is down a lot of workers, but technically all he needs is like 5-6 probes. He's going to do a little bit of Warp Prism Micro, gets another Stalker. He's going to be able to perhaps pick that one off as well. And he's going to get a couple of workers too. Evening up 21 against 16. Todd, we saved the best for last today.
Apparently we did. This will be a crazy game here where Neeb, it looks like he's not going to all in. He's just going to try to come back the usual way with his letting his mechanics pick. By the way, as this pylon finishes, it might be a good time to get out. Oh my god, overcharge. Oh!
Neeb is insane.
He plays with fire every time.
But he doesn't burn himself just yet. He's going to find the proxy. Well, he already found it before, but he's going to be able to unpower it one more time.
Third base on the way for PiLi, who could definitely remake a couple probes.
PiLi, I don't think you can. Well, these stocks are very low.
Yeah,
it's like you get the pylon, but I won't let you take my buildings.
He's going to repower it again? That would be like the 4th time.
Yes. Look, this time.
Let's give it up, man. Come on.
Neeb really wants to take care of it.
PiLiPiLi is so far. Oh, what? He canceled the 3rd Nexus.
He's so broke. Maybe he wants to go for it.
I guess he didn't have that many probes, but I don't know.
I mean, that's an understatement. He has 20 workers at the moment. He has less workers than Neeb. He's gonna power the Robo in the gate again.
What?
It would be great for...
I think, okay, PiLiPiLi knows that there is no Mothership Core, so he's like, I hope his Prism out on the map. He's out on the map, and if I attack, maybe it works. Is that what it is?
I don't know if he saw that Prism. Prism is going to come in. Overcharge could be used here. Overcharge. PiLi's not paying attention. He's going to lose 3 more workers, and he's already so short. I think he's hunting, Todd. He's really hunting for that Prism.
Yeah, trying to get lucky out on the map. We've seen that happen to Neeb before.
The moment when you fly in the main, but there's nothing to kill. You're like, oh, that's kind of sad.
Oh god, there's a blind spot there. No pylon. He's just going to wait.
It's not even ready yet. And now it's ready.
He's just waiting.
I guess it will
pick it up.
Well, that's a lot of lost mining time. And 2 more dead probes.
And 2 Immortals were made in the meantime here from Neeb, who realizes that disruptor-wise, there is none left for PiLiPiLi, so he doesn't have to worry about having a more mobile army. It's mostly going to be Stalkers that he's going to have to worry about.
3 Immortals! Choice. There are 3 Immortals in the
Neeb. Yeah, I think he's just doing it from there.
Unbelievable game.
Disruptor across the map, still getting some damage done here. Got some more probes.
This Prism has been around forever with its 12 HP. Obviously, it has the shields back now. PiLi is going to run into an army that there is no way he can ever kill. There are 3 Immortals in the mix. There's a Guardian Shield, a couple of Phoenixes to help out as well. Force fields are going to land, and Neeb is staying alive.
Wow.
What a game.
That was the sickest here. I thought he was dead 10 times over from the first big drop in Warp Prism attack. But Neeb just won't die. And he survives and leaves on to fight another day here tomorrow where he will face True in a qualifying match, best of 5. So 2 ZVPs actually in the lower brackets to find out our 2 next players.
Yeah, it's unreal. Can we take a look at my screen real quick just to show you guys the graph? This is such a like hectic graph. This kind of shows you that this game thought it was all over the place. And twice, you know, PiLi having a pretty big advantage when it comes to, you know, army value. Crazy holds by Neeb, losing 22 workers the first time. Of course, PiLi wasn't propping up during all of that. But it still felt like things were going rough. He was contained. He was going to have a later expand. And then the next time against all those disruptors, while he had only 1 disruptor, name me 1 Protostot that wouldn't have died.
Stats.
All right, fine. But it was still a great performance by Neeb. Crazy. Also, great performance by PiLi. That was an amazing, just an amazing series to watch. Incredibly fun for us. That's going to be it for us today. We can take a look at the bracket. I know that our producer is eager and ready to show you guys all the madness that has happened today.
And Massa, once again, completely acing here. This challenger didn't lose a single map, bursted through Silky, Neeb, and then Jon Snow. And it was one of our 2 qualified players from today for WCS Valencia. And Scarlett, again, another great performance out of her after winning the previous challenger, where she qualified to go to Jönköping. She wants to go to Europe twice in the next 2 months.
We also got to give some kudos to True there, who's looking a lot better this challenger than he did in the previous one, only losing a nail-biting series against Scarlett. We're going to see True in action tomorrow when he's going to go up against Neeb. That's going to be a fun one. That could very well be our first series. And we're also going to have Jon Snow versus Bills, which is a rematch of the Collegiate tournament. Back then it was Kansas versus New York. You know, I'm very tilted. I forgot the name of this New York university, but I can't figure it out. And I don't think it's
just NYU.
No, definitely not NYU.
Or like Syracuse or something.
Let's see if I can find it.
You want to know. You want to get to the bottom of this.
Yep. I'm very tilted because I know that like Bills was representing Kansas. Okay, now my. See if I can find it real quick.
Great day of games anyways, guys, and we will be back, remember, tomorrow. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Central PDT, so Pacific Daylight Times. That's for on the West Coast, which is 8 p.m. EST over in the New York time zone. And for Europe, for the night owls of you that can stay up late, it's going to be 2 a.m. Central European time, 1 a.m. in UK. And we hope to see all of you guys back there. Don't worry. I'm not going to throw to the end of the show before you've been able to show.
I'm getting there, Todd.
Oh, look, by the way, that's the final part of the bracket entirely shown. So basically the entirety of the matches that will show tomorrow here, right there for you guys. The lower round 4 and winners finals are best of 5s. But then the 2 lower, like the lower semifinals and finals, I think are best of 3. And the grand finals is a best of 5 with a 1 map lead from the winners bracket winner.
I can't wait for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I think RP. What is it? Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. Jon Snow.
Yeah, no wonder you didn't remember.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm pretty sure I'm going to forget about this in the next 5 seconds. So
RPI. But yeah, that's a rematch between Jon Snow and Bills as well. 2 very prominent figures in the American scene. Oh man, today was so cool. I really had a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I can't wait to be back tomorrow, but for now, that's it for us. So thanks to you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow with some more Challenger. Have a good night, day, wherever you are, and see you.
One game away from the crowd.